Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord. It's such a privilege to be here. I do not take this honor for granted. Thank you so much, our pastor. God bless you. And I also want to appreciate my fellow speakers, Pastor Hazan, Pastor David. Now that you guys have raised the bar now, how do you want me to say the small things I prepared? Thank you so much for blessing us. So, I'm AJOKE, ODUESO, graduate of the Department of Crop Science and Horticulture. And I know that there are so many of you like me here that would probably never use your certificates. Yes, trust me. I don't know if I would do anything with crops. Maybe I'll have a garden in my compound. Hallelujah. So I'm supposed to be talking to us about business as a tool for impact. So from that topic, you can already tell that I'm a businesswoman. So I'm going to be, talking to us in the line of business. And if you love business, wave your hand. If you love to make money, raise up your hand. If seeing credit alert makes you feel happy, raise up your... I'm not saying dash money. I mean, when you offer value to people and they pay you for it, you offer a product, you offer a service and they pay you, you are happy. Not because, you want to help, but because you know that you just feel this joy. Yes, I've seen my siblings. Because, there are people that are, apostles. They are, what makes them happy is souls. Of course, I'm also happy with souls. I'm also happy when people are transformed, when people are changed. But I'm also happy when I get credit alerts. All right, so I'm going to be starting by stating some common misconceptions about business. I hope we are jotting. I'm going to be stating some common misconceptions about business. A lot of us, I know that, we might have heard these things or we know these things, or some of us even have these misconceptions. So I want us to look at them now so that we can address them and see if they are true. And for them to even be called misconceptions, it means that they are probably not true. And the number one I'm going to be starting with is, business is only for those whose parents are not giving enough money. How many of us have heard that before, that or we have that feeling that students that do business is because maybe their parents are not providing enough for them. So that's why you need to, some of you, that's why you are even doing business. Yes or yes? I will not lie. That's why I started business in 300 level. Because they were not sending me enough money from maybe in a month, 5K. How would you survive with 5K in a month? It was very, very, almost impossible. And I know that some of us have, similar situations. Our parents are not, as buoyant as, we desire. For instance, I was raised by a single mother. So imagine just your mom, trying to fend for the whole family and still sending something to you. So it was very, very little. So I think there was a month that it was almost month end and nothing had entered. And then when something entered, it was 5K. So those were the things that were just, always giving me concerns that, okay, I need to make money. So a lot of people believe that, in fact, I've met people who, I don't know if we know, but I partner with a beauty brand. So there's someone that's, there are people that reach out to me from time to time, okay, I want to join this business. I've brought someone into the business, and a week after, she was like, I'm not doing it again. I'm like, why? Said, hey, her father called her that, is there anything you need that I don't give you? What are you looking for in business? Yes, Nepo babies. There is anything you need that I don't give you. So they just feel like you are doing business because of money, but it's beyond the money, which I'm going to be explaining. There are a lot of things you can become doing business. You will learn self-control. That your bad mouth. Business will teach you to keep it one side. Yes, those of you that you're not saying anything, but your look is saying 5 million things. Business will teach you to keep it aside, and then you will grow a lot in business. But one of the common misconceptions that people have about business, especially as undergraduates, is that it's because you don't have enough money, you want to do business. So that is one. Number two, people believe that business will make you lose your steez and composure. Because you need to talk to people to sell something to them. And a lot of times that thing you are offering to somebody can be the solution that they need. But because you are the one coming to them, explaining it to them, that is human for you. And I like to give this analogy because I'm also a business coach. I like to give this analogy to my team members. I tell them, if the richest man in the world wears a jean and a t-shirt, and approaches you and tells you that, okay, I have these products that can transform your life. If you didn't know that person, there's a tendency that you would just shrug it off. A lot of us, because the reason why we rate some people is because we know them online. We know their portfolio. But if you've never seen someone online before, you've never, like, you don't know who they are, and they walk up to you with a solution that can literally transform your life, there's a tendency that you will not pay attention to them. So I tell them that when you offer value to people and they behave some way, don't let it get to you. It's their loss. Do you get? It is them that is losing out of that opportunity. It is them that is losing out of maybe that product that can change their life. So why should you feel bad because somebody said no to you? Is it all the shops you walk by that you also buy something from? Do you get? So why feel bad as somebody giving value and people are walking by? If they need it, they will come. And if they don't need it and you go to them and you tell them they need it and they still don't pay attention, some of them will take years or take a while before they realize that they need it. And they will still come around. So that's another misconception that, doing business will make you lose your steez. That I cannot beg anybody. I can we talk one and we talk 10. So some people are not ready to like go through that phase of, let me just abandon my steez. Was it some days ago? Mama was talking about Joji. How that if you see him from morning till afternoon, he doesn't look well put together. But evening till night, you now see him looking, looking all good. But because he's in his work mode. So, but a lot of people feel like, I want to always be spring. But there are times, depending on your kind of business, that you might not always look your best. Do you get? You might not always have the edges on. You might not always have the makeup and everything. But there are some people that's their line of business, so they can. But maybe you are into building, you are into painting. And then you now begin to feel like people will not be. I know how painters can be now. They are the true coat of many colors. They are the ones that wear the real coat of many colors because they are not looking. Even if they have the best of clothes, they can't wear it to come and work. Some of you will probably do plumbing. You are touching people's toilets. So a lot of people feel like, there are some kind of businesses that I cannot, or I don't even want to do business at all because you have to, appeal to people's ego. But we see these things play out in businesses that are thriving around us. Look at banks, for instance. They use SAMA for you. Some of them can burn you. Yes, there are some bank managers that can give birth to us. But when we go to the bank, they still respect you because they know that this is business. You cannot see them outside after then and disrespect. Some of them, the cars they are even using. Some of us, let me not say more than that. So another misconception is that doing business will make you lose your steez, will make you lose your respect. And this reminds me of around June last year when I came back to Poly because I schooled here. I went to serve in Edo State, then straight from Edo State. I did not even go home. Till tomorrow, my mom used to say that, Omoyoburu. Because after service, they say, still come home first now. I know where God said I should go. I'm not coming home, not trap. Because all those go home now, you not go home now. They will not say, don't go. And you now start feeling this burden. So I just knew that I was coming here straight. So by the time I got here, I knew that almost everybody I knew on this campus had graduated. I think it was the last set I knew that was in 500 level at the time. No, maybe not 500. Then I think there was your set too here that was afterwards. But I knew that I'm coming to this place. I'm a business person. Nobody knows me here again. Do you understand? So I had to pull down all those, when they need you, they will come and meet you. There are some things that you are the one that will go and meet them. So I would enter the campus for about an hour every day. Just, dress up, go out to the campus, connect with people, talk to them, get their contacts. But you know that to some people, I cannot do that though. And there are a lot of people that I met through that are now sisters to me. How many of you here did I meet on most of us are new students. But if you're an old student, I probably met you, when I walked into school to just, yes, I met you. And there are so many of them. But to some people, that is, how will I be roaming up and down? It's perspective. Somebody say it's perspective. I was not roaming up and down. I knew what I was doing. And in a week, I got about 200 contacts. Yes, if you look at it that way, and you know that those contacts, when I started a new business in April, I started selling Tiger Nut drink. When I started that business in April, most of the people that I've met from talking about the business I was doing before I came, which is my beauty business, eventually became my customers. Because I already had their contact. They were on this campus. And then they now knew. So for every business I would ever start on this campus, I already have contact of people on this campus. So why do you think that talking to people about your business will make you lose your steez? Or make people look down on you? You are preferring a solution to them. Let's go to the third one. Another misconception is I can't build sustainable wealth with business. Do you know there are people that think like that? And some of our parents or people that care about us say that business so are reliable. But should we see like 500K? Next month we make 20K. It's the truth though. Let me not sugarcoat it for you. Let me not sugar. It's the truth. There are months that are very good. Like it will look as if you are the best in the business, as if you understand all the business principles in this world. And there are some other months it will look as if what's in your call? Motichori now. They've celebrated me before now. And in my line of business, they will even do flyer for you. For everything you achieve, they will do a flyer for you. You're now in a month where so I'm not going to lie to you. Regardless of how great your product is, it doesn't mean that your product is bad. It doesn't mean that the business person is bad. It just happens. Time and chance happens to us. So there are seasons in business where things might be slow. So, but that's why a lot of people now feel like, come on, I don't think business is dependable. Let me just go and look for one. If it's 50K salary I'm getting every month, let me know it's 50K. Do you understand? But for how long? You know, in business, you can determine what you earn. You can tell, even from the beginning of the month, you can tell yourself that this month, I want to make 1 million naira. And there's this common saying that if you aim for the sun, even if you aim for the moon, even if you don't land on the moon, you can land on one of the stars. So if you have a goal to make 1 million naira in your business in a month, you will do your best. Even there is this, as a spiritual person, there are ideas that will keep coming because that is your goal. So as those ideas keep coming, you keep working on it so that even if you don't hit 1 million, you would make something substantial, more than what could have happened if you didn't have a goal. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that is why there is, importance of learning, getting books, understanding structure, so that on those months where things are robust, you have structures in place, so that in months where things are not at their best, you can still, do you get what I'm saying? You can still move on and you won't look, because a lot of us, once we make that big money like this, is how to let it show on us that we want to achieve. So on months when things are low, it's as if the world is, crashing on us. So that's another misconception, that we can't build sustainable business, wealth on business. It's a business that you can do 3 months now, it will look as if it's well, and for the next 5 months, it will look as if all is not well. So that's another misconception. But I think, have I been able to convince you that it is not true? Trust me, I will choose business 1,001 times over a fixed income. Do you understand what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not saying that fixed income is bad. You can have a fixed income, but trust me, there's nothing as sweet as cash flow. The business people in the house, can you, Pastor Shegu, it's nice to see you. There's nothing as sweet as cash flow when there's just money coming in, maybe daily, weekly, or as you work. Do you get what I'm saying? So the next one is that it would affect my academics. I understand that we are students. So that can be another concern for people that are students, that I don't want to do business. My father said that if I bring anything less than first class to this house, it's going to disown me. But it is very, very possible to do business and to have good grades. It is very, 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 in fact, even all over social media, we see people that are medical doctors. There's a lady on Twitter. She's a medical doctor and she's a shoemaker. Yes, and newspaper has even carried her before. So academic excellence is possible even while doing business. Do you know one thing that business does for you? Especially as a student, not even does for you. There's an advantage you have doing a business as a student. Do you know that you literally meet hundreds of people every day? Some business people don't have that luxury. Even if you have a shop, how many people enter your shop in a day? But if you are a student, in your department alone, you have ready-made prospective customers. Then you are in you have a faculty, you have a campus, you have a fellowship. Yes, that's a river of customers all around you. So what are you going to give to them? There is something you can offer. There is something you can do that those people that are just passing by you can begin to drop a penny in your pocket. Your money is in everybody in this room's pocket. Do you know? Your money is in their pocket. So what are you going to do to collect it? Not collect it, but like receive it. What are you going to give to them? So that's another misconception, that it would affect my academics. Ensure that you are, in fact, if you are diligent in your business, you also want to be diligent in your academics. So the last one I'm going to say about misconceptions about business is that I might fail. A lot of us have seen people start businesses and failed. So we felt like, well, there's no point trying, Jare. I know too many people that have done this thing and failed. Yes or yes? Let me give an example. When I joined Oriflame, I texted someone that I know that has been in Oriflame even before I graduated. I used to see her status, but I never paid attention. So when I joined, and I texted her, babe, how far? I don't join Oriflame. Come and give me past questions now. How do you people used to sell? How do you people used to do these things? So like, no, I don't stop. Imagine the first day you're starting a business. The first day you're starting a business, and you reach out to somebody to give you past question, and it's I don't stop, she told you. That's more than enough to say, Omo, my person where they look up to, don't give up. Who am I? Do you get? But I just shoved it off, and then I just went ahead, and the rest is history. So a lot of us feel like I might fail. That's why we don't even start. But what if you don't fail? Just jump off the cliff. You might not fall, you might just fly. Wings might just grow. Yes, I think there's a video I saw, and the person was like, entrepreneurship is like jumping off a cliff and trying to build something that you will land on before you land. Yes, it's possible. It's very, very possible. Just jump. Just dive in. Of course, have knowledge. Have knowledge. I beg you, don't just go and dive in without doing your homework. Of course, there is a place of doing your homework, but even with all your preparedness, fear can still keep you on the spot. Yes, you can prepare, you can read books, you can listen to stuff, but that fear of what if I fail? But what if you succeed? What if you buy your mommy a car from that business? So, what if that business grows and begins to employ people? Do you know the kind of joy that people will find that they can earn from just you taking a step? So that's for me, for this session. That's the last misconception. I know there are so many others. Let me give one or two people opportunity to share one or two misconceptions they've heard or they personally have about business. Anybody? Any misconception? My friends are already doing it. Do we have that one too? My friends are already doing it. That space is already saturated. Yes, I cannot enter again. It's to say I don't enter since now for good. All those things are a lie. If you feel a pull from somewhere, there is something you can add to that sector. There is always something. There is always a signature you can bring to it. So that is that. So my second line of thought is how to enter the business space. How can I enter the business? Okay, I want to enter business. How can I enter? Where are they entering boss from? Number one is prayers. It's very, very important. Yes, prayers. Yes, I'm not about to like sugarcoat it and give you any principle. The first thing is prayers. Even Jesus, we saw that before he started ministry. After he was baptized, like straight to the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. He went to pray because business is not ordinary eyes. So people they leak something to sell something. No? Yes or yes? People do all sorts of things to do business. So you can't enter that river and just say, Holy Spirit, and we shout, no. You have to, what or Dira? So tell your neighbor, Dira. Yes, it's very important. You need to pray. With prayer comes boldness. With prayer comes direction. With prayer comes wisdom. Wisdom is important though. You can know what to do. But if you do it wrongly, you might not get the result you're supposed to get. So wisdom comes in prayers, direction comes in prayers, strategy comes in prayers, and they are extraordinary strategies. There is a part that some people, like there's some kind of wisdom that you will receive that is not in any textbook. Yes, you can read textbooks, you can read books, but there are some kind of strategies because it is not a wise thing to come and sell beauty products in Ikole. I lived all my life in Lagos, so I'm a Lagos babe. Me and Idumota like this is not close to my house, but like that's I go to Idumota, and Idumota is like the headquarters of probably most of our addresses. Safe. That's where the people sell that sold it to us, bought it from. So me and Idumota market, we are 5 and 6. So it didn't even make sense to like leave a happening city and come to this place. And I had major promotions in my business because I came here. So prayers, instructions will come, direction will come. You will know who to speak to. You will know who to talk to. You will know how to seek for counsel. You will just know. So prayers is very, very, when you pray, you understand. I think that was the first one Pastor Azan also mentioned. When it comes to discovering your purpose, look upward. Before you start looking around, before you start looking to your past, to your future, to your inside, everywhere, look upward first. Because he's the one that made you. So even your business is part of his plan. And you cannot be more concerned about your life than God. You think you are passionate about your life, you want to be serious. God is more serious about your life than you are. So it is very, very important to look up to God, to pray, to seek counsel. And as you are praying, you are jotting, you are noting things. And from there, you begin to get whispers of the Spirit. You just begin to feel that some things that you didn't notice before, you begin to notice. You know that it happens. There are things you need to pay attention to before all of a sudden you just say that, so this space has been here, vacant. I can do something in this place. There are some shops. For instance, when Joji was about to start, those shops that he's using now, I don't think I passed that place and never paid attention to those shops. I don't think so. So, but then with prayers, there are some things that you just begin to see. There are some things that didn't used to get to you before it begins to get to you. Maybe one day you just want to buy. For instance, when I was in 300 level, I lived in Ayedu. Agents. I won't say agents. I won't say more than that. They told me it was 10 minutes to school. They didn't tell me that I will first enter Korokpe, then I will now take bike before I get to school. So let's leave that. I was living in Ayedu. I'll come back from school around 4. All the shops around are closed. And I just realized that some more things we go there. We want to buy bag of water. There's nowhere to buy water. So there are some things that, as you begin to pray. It was funny enough, I was coping. Sometimes I will buy water from, maybe when I'm leaving school gates, and I will take it home. But after a while, it just dawned on me that this thing is not supposed to be so. So prayers are very important. You begin to get, nudgings in your spirit. You begin to get perceptions. Begin to get instructions. God can just lead you to talk to somebody. You might not even know why God is leading you to talk to that person. And from talking to that person, maybe in the middle of your conversation, the person can just say something in passing, and you've picked it. Prayer also helps you to be sensitive. It helps you to be sensitive. There are some things that, you don't pay attention to, but when you pray, when you stay prayed up, you just become so sensitive that you begin to pick things. Number 2, look at the things that you enjoy doing. Pastor David was saying that he loved food tasting. He loved food, right, Pastor David? He still loves food, and we are praying for him. Yeah, so there are some things that we enjoy doing, and we are in the digital world now. There is nothing that you cannot monetize. If you love planning food, you can monetize it. You can begin to create food timetables for students. There are students that when they wake up in the morning like this, they are just thinking like, that's the first thing. To first think of what to eat, and first take like 3 hours. That's why a lot of students have also. That's why a lot of students have also. It's because of that thought of what will I eat today now? Oh, my rice will soon grow from my head. So if you love planning, that's something that we just find easy to do. But it's not easy for some people. So it's not like God was just playing around. I was just distributing hobbies to us. No. Some of those things that we find as hobbies, there are things that some people will pay any amount to just have figured out. So why don't you look inward? It's like I'm saying just what you said. So look inward. Look at those things you enjoy doing. Look at those. Like I said, I enjoyed receiving credit alerts. So there are some things you enjoy doing. You might enjoy speaking. Like one of my sisters, Victoria, she enjoys speaking. And now she's into event hosting, red carpet hosting, public speaking, every kind of speaking. You can brand yourself. You don't even need to register it yet. All those CSC registration can wait till you just start. Start. And if you want to start, it's not as if you wait for people to come and call you. You will go and shoot your shot. Yes, you go and shoot your shot. Just go and meet people. How far now? How have you been coping? How have you been eating well on this campus? It's a struggle, Abi. Do you know I can help you create a full timetable that once you use 20K to stock on your food stuff at the beginning of the month, it can carry you till the end of the month. And once you do it for one person, trust me, they will tell their friends, and before you know, you've built it. So I don't know why this is the example that is coming to my mind. But whatsoever you know that you enjoy doing, please pay attention to it. It could be, and there is a business aspect, there's a business to everything. Well, even if it's your career that you enjoy, which is the course you came. Some of us, Foye gave us the course we studied. Some of us, we chose it. So if you know you chose your course because you really enjoy it, because you really love it, you can look at the business aspect of it. There are medical doctors that sell medical equipment. Do you get what I'm saying? So imagine being a medical doctor and the only thing you are doing is just coming to work and collecting salary. Who else can sell medical equipment if not somebody that is the medical line? Do you get what I'm saying? So there is a business aspect to civil engineering. There's a business aspect to food science and technology, which what the example I was giving is one of it. There is a business aspect to every course. So if you know that you are really passionate about your course, what you are studying, you can look at how to carve a business out of it even before you leave school. A lot of electrical and electronics engineering students in this school, they are into solar installation now. Charity, I celebrate this. So there is a business aspect. Those things that sorry. There is a business aspect to your course. There is a business aspect to your course. Let me not say more than that before some people say that I'm mentoring them now. So number 3, common pain points. There are things that I think is also interwoven with the example I was giving. There are things that almost everybody around you is complaining about. You can find a solution to it and be the go-to person for that thing. Did you get what I said? Like the example I gave earlier, how that water was an issue. It wasn't just for me. The hostel was a 2-story building. So imagine everybody in a 2-story building coming back from school, and all of us are just like, do you have pure water? So me that even bought pure water, everybody will come and be borrowing. Please borrow me one pure water. Please borrow me one. And before you know, my bag of water will finish that night. So that was a pain point for everybody. That was something that everybody was not comfortable with. There's an example that I would have given, but let me let it slide. So there are some things that are pain points to people, or maybe something you've experienced before, and you knew how it was hard for you to come out of that thing or to find a solution to it. So once you find a solution, you can build a business out of now, preferring that solution to others. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's another way that you can, find yourself in the business, in business. Another one is choose an idea that people cannot do without. But that's like a very, very sweet kind of business. People eat every day. People eat every single day. People will transport themselves every day. Even if a lot of people use legged Benz, people will still transport themselves every day. People wear clothes every day. People want to look good. People want to smell nice. There's just so many needs that human beings have, and there are some that are very, very core that they cannot do without every day. No matter what. Do you get what I'm saying? Accommodation is a constant thing in this equally. Students will gain admission every semester, every session, and they will always need accommodation. So there are some things that are like a constant need. And if you position yourself well, my God, I'm not joking. If you position yourself well, you might be looking like this equally but money is moving every day. Oh. You know there are businesses that make millions on a weekly basis in this equally? You don't know. In case you don't know, let me tell you, there are businesses that make millions. And it's from all this 100 naira to 200 naira, 500 naira that they are making that millions. So why don't you open your eyes and begin to see things that people need on a daily basis that you can prefer? So for instance, I lived all my life in Lagos. So getting fashion items, because in this economy, if you enter Ikole market now that you want to buy clothes, what will you see? You will almost not see anything fashionable. And as someone that lived in Lagos, I knew a good market where I could get fashionable things. So I started selling plain t-shirts at some point. I know there was a time that plain t-shirts was like very, very, was really raining. So I was getting it at a very, very good price from Lagos. I think I was getting it at 750. How much is plenty now? 5K. I was getting it at maybe 750 then, and I was selling at 1K. Just 250 profit. But in a week, I can sell 100. Yes. So there are needs all around you. Even you know the things you need that you are not having access to. And if you say that it's not just you, there are people around you that also have that similar need. You can find a plug. Look for a vendor. Look for someone you can partner with. Business is also partnership. It's not everything that you produce by yourself. It's not everything that you create by yourself. There's something that is just partnership. Partner with a company or a distributor or somebody that does something. Be their middleman and bring the solution down here. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I want us to begin to be more open to the possibility of doing. And it's always good when you start early. Imagine you have a business you are running, and on a daily basis you can save 1,000 naira from that business. At the end of the year, you've saved 365,000. At the end of your 5 years on campus, you've saved almost 2 million. So when you are graduating, you're not graduating as someone that is still begging for money. Do you get what I'm saying? So 1K every day is not too much to save. But how can you even make that 1K daily when you are not even, when there's nothing that's even bringing in money for you? So let us open our minds to these things. Let us open our minds. There's so many people. And you know that some of these people that you will sell to now, some of them in years to come, there are people that reach out to me now for things I used to sell. For instance, I said I was selling plenty. I don't sell plenty anymore. But there are people that still reach out to me now that, you sold plenty to me one time. Do you remember? I want to buy now. And I'll just connect them to somebody. Do you understand what I'm saying? And some of them have gone on to be my clients in other businesses that I've done. So it's very, very important that we pay attention to things that people need. You can also look at the things you need and look around and see that people need this thing and you're able to prefer that solution. Also, look at ideas. I think this is also related to our hobbies. Look at the ideas that fit into your strength. Although if you look at your weakness, there's some of us that say, I'm a shy person. There's some weaknesses that you should not settle with. Do we understand? Or some of us just say, let me look for a business that is related to my strengths. But there are some of your weaknesses that you need to work on for that business to succeed. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Some of us might just I just want to chill at home and be selling. But you might also need to step out at some phases of your business. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are some of these social media this thing that they sell from their shops. But sometimes that you see them come to trade fair to sell. And sometimes you see them go to road, carry and be doing stuff. Maybe their shop is just filled with their things and it's not moving, and maybe it will soon expire. You have to find, so as much as you look at businesses that fit into your strength, you also have to work on those weaknesses. You cannot just be massaging that, I don't know how to talk to people. Let me just be doing this online thing alone. But at some point, you might need to merge online and offline. Do you understand what I'm saying? For maximum productivity, for maximum results. So let us ensure that as we are picking businesses, as we are looking at things we can do that fits our strength, we also look at our weaknesses that are not necessary. Because most of our personality, our personality is usually a combination of nature and nurture. Your nature are the things that are like natural. But nurture are the things that the environment has configured into us. Some of us were not shy when we were younger. It's because they always told you to shut up that you became shy. Or because you started consuming too much unnecessary things online. You began to feel like, I think I'm not all that. You used to think that you were all that, right? You used to think that you were good, you were great, you were amazing. Until you started checking online and you saw that the people that online people celebrated as amazing were those that had a certain kind of body. Were those that maybe always look on flick and you see yourself and all. So you just automatically redefined yourself. So some of those weaknesses are not really weaknesses from the scratch. They're just, things that happen due to circumstances. So you might begin to do an analysis of your personality and you begin to discard the things that are not serving your purpose, that are not serving your advancement in business. Are we following what I'm saying? So my another subtopic I want us to look at is ways to stand out in business. We've looked at misconceptions about business. Okay, we've looked at misconceptions about business. We've looked at how to enter the business space. Lastly, we are going to be looking at ways to stand out in business, because trust me, there are already lots of people doing business. So if you are going to become a business person, you have to come correct, right? You have to what? Come correct. You cannot be doing that thing used to annoy me. You cannot be posting business on Monday and Tuesday to Saturday, we cannot find you. There are people like that. They are just so, they are running their business like a hobby. If I feel like, I will post. If I don't feel, it's because there's this guy online that I like to listen to him once in a while. Additional, he's a real estate guy. Jesus Christ, that guy is so brutal. If you say it's because if your business failed, you still have a daddy you can call that will still help you. There are some of us that there's nobody we can call. The reason I use you won't go a colleague. Do you get when? But it doesn't have to be so for you. But just run your business with that kind of zeal that this thing has to work or work. Do you understand what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is you are selling, you have to be diligent at it. You have to be serious at it. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit. Bible students, not slothful in business, serving the Lord. So you cannot be slothful in business as a Christian, as a child of God. Because our God is not slothful. So the first way to stand out in business is prayers again. Yes. Prayers, you need to shabaradada on it. Yes. Because they are angelic media beyond social media. Yes, they are angelic. People will just wake up and just, why am I craving tiger nuts today? Why am I just craving tiger nuts this morning? And the weather is cold though, but I'm craving it. Do you get? So there are things that you can do through prayers. God just begins to put. There are people that I will pay by the end of the month. That's some of my customers. I will not. After I say month end. By their self, they will enter my DM that I saw you in my dream. Please send your account details. Because how will you be owing me? And I'm now the one texting you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there are things that prayers does for us. I don't want to flog that point too much, but I believe that we are spiritual people. So it is very, very important. There are people that will just be restless. They will just have to call you and say, okay, please, this thing. There's somebody else I had in mind, but I just remember that you also do this thing. So let us be intentional about praying for our business. Does not make you less spiritual. Number 2, understand your business. Yes, you need to understand your business. You need to understand. Don't just start a business and just understand it. It's when you even understand the business that you can communicate it well to people. You can explain it. You can create content out of it. You can explain the story behind it. When you don't understand what, I just don't know that you are buying clothes, you are selling clothes. Even in these things that look as if they don't have deeper things. They have deeper things. And if you understand those deeper things, people will now prefer you above others. Do you understand what I say? So understand your business. Understand why somebody will want to buy a round neck. Understand why somebody will want to buy potato chips. Understand why somebody will want to buy kuli kuli. Doctors, you are smiling. So understand your business. And when you understand it, it aids your communication. It aids your language. You'll be able to speak the language of the people that you are preferring the service to. And number 3 is be great at communication and making your customers feel special. A lot of us, trust me, we need to do better at communication. I was watching an interview of Olushola. I was interviewing the CEO of Chicken Republic. And he says every once in a while, he just walks into the eatery, greets people, asks them questions. Those things are important. They might not even know him that he was the CEO. He might just be wearing something casual. So understand communication. Understand how to relate. Some of you just bombard people with broadcasts. Some of you, please, I've not eaten since 2 weeks. Patronize me. No, that shouldn't, no, we shouldn't be, no. But people that do such things are not here, right? I've not eaten since 2 weeks. Please buy what I'm, no, now. When you understand your business, there is a way you will communicate. It will not be, I've not eaten in 2 weeks. Please buy what I'm selling. No. There's some kind of things I see from believers, and I'm like, no, we are supposed to do more than this. There is an understanding of what you bring to the table that you would have, that you'll be able to communicate it in a way that people will rush to you. Another thing is networking. Grow your contacts daily. It is very, in fact, this thing, I feel like it's those of us that are in Oriflame is a network marketing company, right? So those of us in that business understand this better. But I think it's a principle that works for any kind of business. Yes, I didn't know too once I joined and I realized that, so these people that are always going up and down talking to people, At the end of the day, it's a business strategy that can work for any kind of business. So if I enter a bus, in fact, there's no time I've traveled that everybody in that bus, I did not get their contacts. You may think that you're getting their contacts so that they can patronize you, but you don't even know if that person can even be the one that would even, help you in the future. Do you get what I'm saying? So some of you now, you will leave this conference now, you will not get anybody's contact. You will not even know the name of the person that sat down beside you. You don't know who they are, you don't know what they do, you don't know the solution they can bring to your life. You don't know how they can transform your life. So even if it's to just relate, okay, what's your name? What do you do? What department are you? Exchange contacts. You might just see something on their status one day. They can just repost somebody's business. They can repost something someday. And that will just be a breakthrough for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So don't joke with networking. Don't see it as, like I was saying earlier, that to make you lose your steez, to just be talking to somebody. No. And that's why you have to be intellectual. So you can start your conversation like somebody that went to school. Or somebody that, sorry, no, I didn't mean it that way. But I can start the conversation in a way that the person will not even know that you are going somewhere. Inside your heart, you know what you are trying to achieve. But you are so subtle with it. I've been meaning to say it since, but you smell so nice. I've been keeping it since when the boss moved. I didn't want to say, but I just feel like if I don't say this thing before we drop, I might not sleep well this night. So, but I just find a way. There's always something. Even the person sitting beside you it might not look fine to you, but there's something fine about them that you can compliment. And if it's a lady, ladies love compliment. Let me give you that OT. Ladies love compliment. So just compliment something. I love your set of teeth. I love how you smile. There are conversation starters everywhere. You cannot say, oh, this boss. Just say something. And once you guys start talking, exchange contacts. Imagine you get one new contact every day. That's 365 new contacts in a year. Tell me that will not help your business. So if you sell and go, sell and get their contacts so that they can buy again. Let me not. I have like 2 minutes left, so let me finish my points. Okay, so I think the last one is never stop learning. Never stop learning. It is very, very, very important. Never stop learning. Read books. Buy books. Buy books. Read books. And learning is not just formal. There's also informal learning. Observe. There are people doing great things around you. Instead of you to observe, you are criticizing. Yes, that's what some of us do. We are not observing. We are not taking notes. We are busy criticizing. And those people are making waves. Even if they are making mistakes, they are progressing. So instead of you to take notes, this girl, you started this thing how many months ago? Please, I need a 1-hour session with you. Come and tell me 1 or 2. And there's some things that are not in books. It's only by informal learning you can get them. It's only by, and when I mean informal learning, talking to people, asking questions, observing that you can learn them. You might not see it. And most of the books we read, to be honest, they are written by white people. And their context is not always our context. Do you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes there's some wisdom you need that you might learn from people that are around you. It's just now that we are having authors, talking on this topic that are Nigerians. Do you understand? So most of the books we read might not really have some specific. So there are people doing business in this place. You might have done business in Lagos, in Abuja, but this is a new terrain. There are people doing business there that you can ask how they went about it. So always learn, read books. Some of us, the only thing we watch on YouTube is things that are not valuable. Let your YouTube, open your YouTube and the things you are seeing is Vusi. You are seeing Vusi, you are seeing Olushola, you are seeing Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, you are seeing thought leaders in the business fair. You are seeing Ibuka Awoshika. Ibuka Awoshika was a businesswoman until she was called to come and chair First Bank. She did not study account, she studied biochemistry. But because of how excellent she was in building a multinational business, they had to call her, because at the end of the day, most of these companies are also businesses. Do you get what I'm saying? Most of these companies we look at, they are also business. So you are trying to build a career in a company that is a business. Do you see why you need to be serious about learning about business? Because even in career, people that get the best, people that get promoted, that get elevated, are those that have business sense. Do you get what I'm saying? When you are able to, that you're not just a receptionist. Everybody that walks into the doors of that company, you have to approach them like a business person, as if they're even the owner of the business. So you want to tell me that kind of person, the CEO will not give them, will not double their income. So business would expand your mind in so many ways. It will teach you so much. It will teach you self-control. It will just help you in so don't be part of those that are saying that business is for those that they don't have enough money. No, it's not about the money. There's so much that business will do to you, and it is very, very, very important to Start a business while you are schooling and grow your income. Cash flow is important and you need it. You need to create your own economy. As we are saying that the economy of Nigeria is bad, there are still people that are making tons of money in their businesses. So a way that you can create your own economy is to have a business. Create your own economy, have a business. Thank you very much. God bless you.